nigga in the various ways it's used and all that stuff. As far as African American, technically, I guess I am technically, but I'm American. If you want to bring that into
All
it
right,
as
Raven
well,
Simone.
I don't be much. No, but again, I say that because of what they consider a whatever American to be. For me to be an African American, I have to be born in Africa, came over here, and I'm an African American. But even if my parents both were African, if I'm born over here, I'm American, not African American.
Mhm.
So again, it doesn't really affect me like that, but I am aware of all of that, which is why I have whatever talk, the platform to speak how I want to speak. That's why I say how you want to say it, whatever it is. I ain't gonna take it to heart because I view you as a person that's expressing oneself. So yeah.
All right. You want to go before I say mine?
Yeah, I'll say mine. I mean, it doesn't really affect me because I know I'm fly, so I'm fly. I think the thing that gets to me the most is my grandma. Her and my aunt both passed away 2 days apart in December, and she always wanted to know her history of where, because we know like she was part Indian and stuff like that. So I think her not knowing is what has affected me, and her not finding out before she passed away. And also I did like an ancestry DNA kit and actually found out that I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I really don't care. That one of the kings in Europe had a housemaid or whatever that ended up being my great ancestor, which had my bloodline, which technically means my dad is the king of England right now. So, but us not, having the things to know that, just the fact that, we don't know as much history as we probably should. That bothers me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I know who I am as a person and I'm me. And, my Black is beautiful. And, I could care less what anybody says or thinks or feels or anything like that. So I wish I could have known more, especially from my grandma, but I mean, I'm cool with it.
Hey, all right, so
we come accustomed to the whites here.
So for me, to be honest with you, like knowing what part of Africa my ancestors are from ain't never been a major factor for me. But like I said, because in my bloodline, I have Black, I have Native American, I have a little bit of white. It's all in my bloodline.
Some of everything, yep.
I mean, it's in my bloodline. I'll be honest with you. My dad's grandparents, full blood Indian. But for me, based off being here as a Black man in America, my skin color has always been the factor. It doesn't matter what my background is. It doesn't matter where I came from. From the time Blacks have been on this rock we call America, we have been judged for the fact of how we look, our features, our Blackness, whatever it is. So where my history, my ancestors come from, yes, I think it's cool to find out. I think it's cool. I think honestly it's cool to find out. I don't think I'm going back to Africa and be like, hey, cousins. But I'm just saying it's cool to find out. But here right now, I think that I'm more preoccupied with the fact is, how are you treating me based off of who I am now? Who my skin color? What is this? At first, I'm light skinned. That's a surprise that should get me. Do I make you inferior? Like what is the problem? You know what I'm saying? That's what affects me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with being a Black man in America. I'm cool waking up every day because this is all I know. This is all I've been around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with it. I love whatever part of me that you get because summertime I'm team dark skin. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm used to it, man. I'm cool with it.
Well, I guess what was at the heart of my question is just because when you're cut off from both ends of the history, that does create potential for a bit of an identity crisis just in and of itself. But then you have the white community and government, the racists specifically telling you, like, why do you have to be so hung up on race? Why can't you just stop playing the race card? But that's literally all that they've left you. It's that and personal details.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
you're not getting killed, getting pulled over. You're not getting followed through the store just because you walk into the store. That's why. It is
And
a
that
race
goes back
thing.
to how you look. This
Yeah,
goes back to
no,
how you
and
look.
like, yeah, like, and I get that. That's why I'm wondering, like, doesn't that piss you the fuck off?
It pissed me the fuck off with the fact is I got kids. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
There
It
you
pissed-
go.
it-
Yeah.
It pissed me the fuck off. I got 2 teenage sons. You know what I'm saying? And they got to go in this world and be judged because of how their skin color. I never heard nobody say, I don't like you because you're from the Congo. No, they don't give a fuck about that. The fact is you're a black man regardless. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm gonna feel a way about it every time race be brought up, no matter what the fact is.
Yeah, because my weapon, my skin color is not a weapon. I'm not out to hurt you. You don't even know me. So how can you judge me based off of a color or put me, like, don't get me wrong, there's criminals in all races. So how are you gonna put me in that category? You don't even know me. So how are you gonna judge me by the color of my skin just because you perceive Black people to be a certain way? Well, no, I'm not them. I don't do half of that stuff that any of them do. So you are personally judging me because of the color of my skin, not for what I've actually done or what I do. You're just stereotyping me no matter what.
And that's part of what I said earlier. White people are raised to be racist or ignore it, meaning stay oblivious. If you want to continue with this privilege of yours. But also, what makes me more upset, and I ain't even gonna say upset. Upset. I guess is how we all know this already, including whites. We all know this, and the fear factor plays extremely heavily on society, especially colored. And I say colors because here in America, this is an American perspective here, which is all I know. But in America, if you're not white, you're colored. It don't make a difference. Black, Asian, Hispanic.
Yeah,
If
you
you're
you
not
cannot
white,
be half white. I noticed that living in the US.
exactly. So that's
Yeah,
that,
they
that
say even if you got 3% Black in your blood, you're Black. It does not matter if you the palest white or the darkest. If you got any kind more than 3% of Black in your system, that's they say you're Black.
It's called a 1 drop rule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that 1 drop of Black blood in.
one drop.
Yeah, that makes you Black. You don't put mix, you put Black. That's just how they say.
Which I find ancestry stuff somewhat comical because there's no way possible, according to science, there's no way possible you can tell anyone is Black, white, Asian, or that last one you probably can because it goes off a region of a popularity gene pool of a population of a gene pool. I explained that more in a previous episode I did. I don't want to derail too much, but the thing what I was getting at is what makes, since we all know this already, which I feel that we all know this already, the fear factor is just so high of death, which is very understandable, is that we won't come together knowing this. We won't come together. I'm talking about not Blacks, colors, period. Because again, the government is just that evil. It's only there for whites. And I'm not even rich Blacks or rich colors. They are there because they do have a financial foot in door, but for the most part, they're just as evil for one, but then deep down they know their pawns just as well because they're not white. They don't have, it's not enough colored money to buy privilege.
No, it'll take you from picking the cotton to working in the house. That's all it'll do.
Exactly. It's just like how we say it's not enough reparations to make up for what you said. It's not enough Black money or colored money in this situation to buy privilege. You'll have a little bit more than other colors, but you would never be on white level of privilege. Even if you can be 800,000 billions of dollars, as a white, as the being the richest person in the planet, just throwing a number out there. And you can be a black with the same bank account. You will not have white privilege, even if you will give a substantial amount of your money to whoever, which is who the heck ever. I'm derailing. Let's get to this other thing, because a lot of what you bring up and what was brought up in the conversation, I think may tie into the primary reason of why I came here. We have spent too much time on white. But you see what white does? You see what white does? It just
Ace, see your other half, man. Damn, man.
Corrupts everything. No. No, you cool, man. I'm glad you're taking this barrage of racial jokes.
Hold on, my man.
It's just the bottom half that's white anyway. So
my man have a whole African flag behind him, and we still like,
exactly. You're like I'm way more African than all three of y'all.
Oh, man.
I'm the actual African American here.
So you can't even see, like, on the other wall in front of me, I literally got a painting of Shaka Zulu. I fall asleep every night staring right at Shaka Zulu.
My man is super black.
Exactly. But let's move on. Great conversation. That was dope. That went to where I hope it may be, but it went to. That was dope. I have this extreme fascination with imagination, thinking about imagination. Imagination is your everything. Your everything. Your whole entire livelihood is imagination. Not to be, hopefully, because again, I'm just thinking here, but hopefully not to be confused with, hey, we're living in a simulation. Not that. But if it is a simulation, we are imagining an imagination.
I got you.
But no, I was just thinking about like everything that we do is our imagination. And what made me revamp my thoughts on this imagination thing is that it leads to probably everything to do with your life.
Yeah.
Your life, including all the illnesses, what we want to call mental issues. We put these on ourselves because of our own imagination. Depression, our own imagination. God, our own imagination. Our belief system, period. A belief system, period, is an imagination, because my beliefs is just as flawed as your beliefs due to the one thing that I mentioned earlier about how we got taught retardedly because of the English language, period. We don't know the meanings of a lot of the words that we use other than beyond the one meaning, even though we know that word probably most likely has more than one meaning to it. It just goes off the context of how we use it, which is context is everything in a conversation. Context is everything. A lot of people make a comment or off a statement they just heard due to whatever various words were used versus the context of the whole entire conversation. Now, I was thinking, I was listening to the radio when this person had called and asked, I don't know what to do. Should I tell my dad my mom is cheating or should I not? Now, this all came that they read the letter, paraphrasing it all, they were putting together some type of event, and mom was supposed to email him some files, the kids some files. She emailed him. When he opened up the files, there were naked pictures of his mom.
Damn.
Wrong files. obviously.
I would gouge my eyes out.
Time to go.
Exactly.